What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to break down a few cool things that you can do on the drums without your rack toms. I think rack toms are great examples for demonstrating wants versus needs. You want your rack toms. You want to use your rack toms. You want to have that option, but you absolutely do not need your rack toms. You need your floor tom, you need your kick, you need your snare drum, you need your hi-hats, you need your ride cymbal, maybe even a crash cymbal. You do not need your rack toms. So first thing I want you to do, I want you to take your rack toms. I want you to take your rack toms and I want you to take them and throw them in the trash. So you go and you take your rack toms and you throw them in the garbage and then come back when you've done that. Okay, great. My rack toms are in the trash. I took them and I threw them away. They're gone forever now. Awesome. Now, that means I got fewer temptations in front of me. So I have to be more creative with what I got. And physically removing things from your drum set is an excellent way to force you to think differently and maybe break out of whatever box you may find yourself in. Maybe it's just me, but I find that if I have a lot of things in front of me, I'm tempted to use all of them all the time, and that doesn't necessarily make for good musical choices. So I'm going to break down 5 cool things you can do, primarily using kick, snare, and floor tom with some hi-hats and some crash cymbal as well. Thing 1 is going to be one measure of 16th notes, and it's basically a phrase of 5, 5, and 6. So the 5s are flam, kick, right, left, kick. Excellent little pattern. So you do that 2 times. Flam, kick, right, left, kick. Flam, kick, right, left, kick. And then right, left, right, left, right, left. Just single strokes. But I'm going to work in this fancy little left hand crash in the middle there. So it's going to be like right, right, crash, right, left. So something that sounds like this. And if I do that same thing a bit faster, Thing 2 is based around Hertas and Herta 5s. Hertas are a 3-beat pattern, and they sound like 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, right, left, 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 right, left. And if you add 2 more strokes to the end of that, it turns into a 5-beat pattern. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. We can use those 2 rhythms to fill a measure of 16th notes. So this particular phrase is going to be 5, 5, 3, 3. Boom. If I play it on just the snare drum, sounds like this. orchestrate this rhythm, I'm going to play just the first 5-beat pattern on only the snare drum, and then I'm going to split the rest of it up between the hi-hats, floor tom, and kick. So my right hand is going to play on the hi-hats, and my bass drum is going to line up with my right hand, and then left hand and the floor tom get this fancy crossover thing. All together, it'll sound like this. Sounds kind of weird at that tempo. Feels pretty uncomfortable to play at that tempo. But when it gets faster, it sounds pretty friggin' sweet, if I do say so myself. Thing 3 is also one full measure of 16th notes. However, I add a little left-hand lead herta that's on the and of beat 3, and it plays off of the crash cymbal, so the entire pattern very slowly sounds like this. 3 E and a 4 and. 2 3 E and a 4 and. 2 3 E and a 4 and. One more time. 2 3 E and a 4 and. So the left hand is linking up with the crash cymbal a few times throughout this phrase. A lot of drummers get a little wigged out when they got to hit the crash cymbal with their left hand, but there's no reason not to play the crash with your left hand, because then you could do cool things like this. But if I put that thing in context, it sounds like this. Thing 4 is aggressive and a full measure of 30-second notes, and it's built entirely off of unison strokes with the hands, where the bass drum plays in between everything that my hands do. My right hand is just going to stay parked on the floor tom. My left hand is going to switch between the snare drum and the hi-hats, so my left hand is going to basically play ga chick chick ga chick chick ga chick ga chick chick ga chick chick ga chick, and then the right hand is just going to match the rhythm of the left hand. And then the bass drum is going to play in between every stroke. And to come out of it, I'm just going to play 4 strokes on the snare drum. It's going to sound like this, very, very slowly. 3 E and 4 E and could also think of it as 2 measures of 16th notes, but the way that I'm going to play it, I'm really feeling it as a measure of 32nd notes. So in context, sounds like this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thing 5 is triplets, fast triplets. Starting on the floor tom, I'm going to play 3 strokes, leading with the right hand, and then I'm going to play 3 strokes on the snare drum, and then 3 on the floor tom, then 3 on the hi-hats, and then I'm going to do that same thing again. So floor tom, floor tom, hi-hats, and then I'm going to play floor tom, snare, and then floor tom, hi-hats, floor tom, hi-hats. So really 2 measures of 16th triplets. This one looks kind of hilarious, but it sounds cool. So that's really what matters, right? But super slowly, sounds like this. With this one, you really want to make sure you're hitting dead center on the drums, even if your strokes are spaced evenly. If you're not hitting in the same small area, they're going to sound really inconsistent. But played considerably faster, it sounds like this. So those are a few ideas you can use to get started messing around with this somewhat pruned down setup. Again, limitation breeds creativity, so try removing some parts from your drum set. Spend some time practicing like that. You might really surprise yourself with some of the things that you come up with. And I strongly encourage you to take these combinations and patterns and find your own ways of orchestrating them around the drums. I purposely did like one specific orchestration of each. It's really up to you to explore on your own. If you like what you saw in this video, check out my Patreon page. Your support grants you access to downloadable transcriptions for this video, as well as transcriptions for all my other lesson videos. And follow me on Instagram @DrumMerhar to see more videos of my playing. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.